back as more homeowners feel the pinch of higher interest rates and higher mortgage monthly payments as well, and waiting for the Bank of Canada to bring rates down. They're under a lot of pressure. We're going to bring you some questions in our second segment with our next guest, and you'll be really struck at the position that some people are in with mortgage payments in one case that have risen from $500 to more than $1,300. Another homeowner with mortgage payments 43% higher than they once were. Our guest today is Doug Hoyes. He's a licensed insolvency trustee at Hoyes, Michalos Associates. We talk to him periodically about debt-related issues, and we're going to talk about a couple of topics before we get to the questions. First of all, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Paul.
In the federal budget, the idea has been floated that rental credit score, rental history, a tenant's rental history might now be data used towards a credit score towards a mortgage, correct?
Yes, so the theory is, hey, the reason you can't buy a house, it's not because you can't come up with a $200,000 down payment or house price is really high, it's the fact that your credit score isn't high enough. So if you've been making your rental payments for the last number of years, why not get credit for that and help boost your credit score? It sounds good in theory, but there's a number of problems with it. Number one, the federal government doesn't regulate the credit reporting industry. The credit reporting acts are typically provincial legislation, as are landlord and tenant issues. But even more than that, if you are a landlord, and you got obviously lots of viewers who perhaps rent out a condo, rent out their basement, are they set up to be reporting to the credit bureau every month? How is that going to work? How do they do the data interface? And if I'm a tenant, it sounds good if I never miss a payment, but what happens if there's a little hiccup? My employer is a little bit late with my paycheck. Now the landlord has to report that I'm late. Does that actually depress my credit score? My worry is that it's not going to have a big enough impact to boost your credit score, but it could definitely lower it. We see this with things like cell phone payments. It doesn't help if you're making your payment on time for the $100 a month, but if you're late, it can really hurt your credit score.
Right.
So it sounds like a good idea in theory, but may not have much use in practice.
Okay. When we get to our questions, we're going to get at least one questioner talking about the home equity line of credit they've taken out, which is added to their debt burden. What do homeowners need to understand about HELOCs, home equity lines of credit?
Well, the first thing is the interest rate is almost always variable. It's a line of credit, just like an unsecured line of credit. So it was a fantastic idea 10 years ago when we were going into a rate lowering environment. Now, a lot of homeowners are finding not so great an idea. There.
Let's talk about reverse mortgages. There seem to be advertisements everywhere for those products. Very common to see celebrities advertising reverse mortgages, celebrities who quite likely paid off their homes years and years ago. What are reverse mortgages? I think a lot of people don't understand them. And then let's explore what people need to understand if they think they're going down that path.
Well, they're infinite debt. That's kind of what they are. So in a typical mortgage, you pay it down. The balance goes down. In a reverse mortgage, it's the reverse of that. The balance continues to rise. So it would be typically somebody who is older, 60, 70, 80 years old. They've got a paid off house and they need money. So you go... That's
a condition. Is it a paid off house?
Well, yes, or very close to it, because generally the maximum you can get on a reverse mortgage is 50% of the value of the house. So if you've already got an 80% mortgage, you're not getting a reverse mortgage. So you go to the bank and say, hey, I got $1 million house. They go, great, here you go, here's $500,000. You don't have to make any payments on it. That's why it's different than a regular mortgage. But the interest keeps getting added to it month after month after month. Now, if you're older and you're going to be living in your house for 5 or 10 years and you're not worried about passing anything on to your kids, great, then that's a perfectly good option to stay in your house. But you are depleting the equity rather than building it up. That's the most important thing to understand.
And what happens to the house when the person, say, passes away?
Then the house gets sold and the reverse mortgage gets paid off. So you might have taken out a $500,000 reverse mortgage. It might be $600,000 or $700,000 or $800,000 by the time the house is sold. So the rule is when you sell the house, the mortgage gets paid off, but doesn't have to be paid off before.
Are they a constructive option for older people with paid off houses who have cash flow issues? They don't have they don't have as much monthly income as they would like.
Yes, and that's who they are directed at. And so, yes, if you want to stay in your house and I'm on a limited income, then that would be a great option. But again, you are depleting the equity going forward. So you want to look at all your options before signing on the dotted line.